Hi, Vishu. What's up? Thank you, यार, for the first viewer. कैसे हो भाई, विशु? Thank you for being on the channel, यार. क्या करते हो, विशु भाई? What do you do? बढ़िया. क्या करते हो आप? बढ़िया है भाई, दिहाड़ी लगा के हटे हैं अभी. अभी चल रही है साथ के साथ. आईटी का काम करते हैं ब्रो. मेरी भी लगवा दो भाई. ओके भाई, जॉब का ऐसा आपने कर क्या रखा है? क्या डिग्री वगैरह कर रखी है, या फिर क्या कोर्सेज वगैरह कर रखे हैं आपने अभी तक? मेरी भी लगवा दो जॉब ब्रो. आपने कर क्या रखा है? स्किल्स क्या आती हैं आपको? ओके. सी एस इंजीनियरिंग, डैश बैकएंड पढ़ रहा हूँ, फ्रंट एंड कर लिया. Alright bro, so you're in the development field, and but gap of a year, so it's difficult हो रहा है जॉब ढूंढने में. पहले जॉब करते थे क्या? गैप एजुकेशन का है या कि जॉब का गैप पड़ा आपके? सी, अगर एजुकेशन का गैप है ना यार ब्रो, देन इट्स नॉट अ बिग डील. जॉब का भी गैप है, देन इट्स नॉट अ बिग डील, बिकॉज कि लोगों के ले ऑफ हो रहे हैं, तो बहुत लोग जो ऑलरेडी जॉब कर रहे थे, वो लोग इस टाइम पे वेले घूम रहे हैं. तो उनके भी करियर में गैप आ रहा है, जो कि अच्छे, मतलब एक्सपीरियंस इनको है ना, कि मोर देन 10 years, 20 years. हाँ, 1 year जॉब गैप. हाँ, 1 year जॉब गैप, 5 years ऑफ टोटल एक्सपीरियंस, इज दैट सो? 5 years, बाय 5 years यू मीन टू से कि 5 साल का आपको एक्सपीरियंस है, एंड 8 साल का जॉब का गैप हो गया आपका. 1 year's job gap is not a big deal in the current scenario in IT. इस टाइम पे क्या है कि अच्छे अच्छों के ले ऑफ हो रहे हैं, regardless whether if a person is professional in any of the technology, people are getting laid off left, right, and center. So your gap is not a, you know, deal breaker. Your gap is not the deal breaker, bro. So it's more of like the requirement. 1 year experience, 5 साल का गैप है. ओह, ओके. ओके, नाउ दैट्स समथिंग, कि मतलब किसी को लगेगा कि भाई बंदा रेलेवेंट हो गया, क्योंकि 5 साल में टेक्नोलॉजी कंप्लीटली इवॉल्व हो जाती है. एंड फॉर दैट, उस चीज को आपको, जो 5 साल का जो गैप है ना, उस चीज को आप जस्टिफाई कर सकते हो. दैट्स नॉट अ बिग डील. आप जस्टिफाई कर सकते हो फैमिली कमिटमेंट्स, या फिर कोई और काम करने लग गए थे, कोई और करियर में अपॉर्चुनिटी आ गई, सो थॉट ऑफ टू गेटिंग ऑफ द आईटी, एंड आप कुछ और काम करने लग गए. क्या बोलते हैं, इसके अलावा करंट मार्केट सिनेरियो में आपको री यू नो इवैल्यूएट करना पड़ेगा, और ये रादर देन आज से कि आपको दोबारा से स्किल सीखनी पड़ेगी, उस चीज को आप ऑथेंटिकेट करवा सकते हो किसी सर्टिफिकेशन करके. सो अपनी जो फील्ड है उसकी अगर आप कोई सर्टिफिकेशन कर लो, इफ यू हैव अ सर्टिफिकेट. हेल्थ इश्यूज थे, ओह ब्रो, दैट्स अ जेन्युइन रीजन. That's a genuine reason. It's not something, that कोई बंदा बहाना बना रहा है. अगर बंदा जो प्राइम और या फिर पीक ऑफ अपना जो करियर होता है बंदे का, जहाँ पे बंदे की पहले से जॉब लग रखी थी, और जो जॉब छुट्टी है फॉर 5 years, देन इट्स अ जेन्युइन रीजन. सो फॉर हेल्थ इश्यूज के रिलेटेड ना यार, कोई बंदा, कोई भी एचआर या फिर कोई भी कंपनी ना, इसको एज अ एक्सक्यूज नहीं मानती. हालांकि इस टाइम पे आपको सर्टिफिकेशंस कुछ करनी पड़ेंगी टू बी रेलेवेंट इन टुडेज मार्केट, टू रीगेन द, व्हाट डू यू से, to be eligible again in the market. Okay, because 5 साल में technology evolve हो गई है, and since you're on probably watching this uh Dark Knight Gamer, so since you're watching this, over the phone or PC, जो भी scenario है आपका, you can go through any of the courses and develop the skills once again and start applying for job. What about DevSecOps? Great, bro. DevSecOps is good. Okay. So it's another DevSecOps is good. It goes all using AI ops. That's also good, bro. मतलब जब घुसोगे ना यार, so these looks like ये दोनों जो DevSecOps जो है और जो AI ops है, AI ops, let's keep it apart. SecOps is something to do with the security part. ठीक है, तो though the base remains the same, but specialization अलग आ जाती है. Once you get to a role in IT, either you will get into the AI ops, and the SecOps would be a separate thing. So that will go to the SOC team, security. Can you share a good platform to look for? Bro, good platform to look for, I'd say, rather than start pouring money in some course, initiate with a YouTube. Okay, आप YouTube में जो फ्री में अवेलेबल हैं, जो कि हिंदी में ही कोर्सेज अवेलेबल हैं, चेक दोज फर्स्ट. सी कि किस चीज़ में आपको इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है, दैट यू आर एबल टू रिपीट द सेम टेक्नोलॉजी, और यू आर विलिंग टू लर्न दिस न्यू थिंग, whatever is intriguing to you. Do that first. Find out the niche in different technologies. Since it's been, like, 5 years you haven't touched IT or learned a new technology. See what's available in today's market, and which will be, beneficial for you, and by the technology you feel comfortable with. So just find out that thing, and then start off with the YouTube. And it may confuse you as well, because जो लोग वीडियो बना रहे हैं यूट्यूब पे, they'll start talking about all the shit. मतलब वो सीधा कुछ बोलने लगेंगे. कोई बंदा कहेगा सिक्योरिटी कर लो, साइबर सिक्योरिटी कर लो, कोई कहेगा कि टू लुक फॉर जॉब, आई डू हैव dev skills. What about the background? Where do you want designation? Want to share your career experience? Okay, uh Dark Knight Gamer is asking, Vishu Sharma, is that so? Or are you asking me, my background? It's interesting, yeah. It's the first time that I'm going live. Hmm. To come across likewise people to discuss about career. About you, sir. Okay. So, yeah, so my name is Kamal Pathania. Okay. And I have in total somewhere around 16 years of experience in infrastructure, IT, cloud, and security and disaster and recovery. So that's my background. And in terms of my education, I've done MBA in IT. And over the years, once you start the career, beyond that point, academics becomes, somewhat irrelevant. It is relevant by the time you're going to get hired first time or second time for a company. But beyond that, it's going to be your skill and your experience. And right now, I'm basically leading a team of uh, 12 people who have mixed skills. I have cloud engineers of Azure, cloud engineers of AWS. Then I have four DevOps people, and then I have Wintel people, Windows administrator people, and disaster recovery backups, basically infrastructure ka entire portion. So that's what I manage, and we do serve developers as well, and the DevOps department. So basically, I lead people of different skill set now. Nowadays, there used to be a time wherein, like, IT was isolated in different departments, but now what companies are seeking. uh, Wait a minute, यार इसका ना charger खत्म हो रहा है. I don't have, I hadn't connected this power cable for this one. Wait a minute. इसके पीछे से कनेक्ट हो रखी है नहीं. Let me power it on. Wait. Yeah. So it's good. So yeah, so that's that. So basically, I'm a teams. I won't name the companies. You can check it in my LinkedIn profile. So I haven't mentioned my current company to keep it, anonymous, so that people don't start spamming their email addresses. So that's that. So that's about me. Basically, I'm in a leadership role. I'm uh, looking forward towards management or such kind of role. Okay, even if I'm interested to learn any new technology, it's going to be related to cybersecurity. Okay. Anyways, I'm working on the SOC tools. Uh, you're going on crazy full of stuff, so great. And inspect inspection. Okay, with crazy full on stuff. So yeah, so basically, yeah. So what I was saying before I find out this power issue. So earlier used to be wherein the IT departments were isolated. Key software department alag hai, and then you have system admin department is different, and development department is different. Anyways, so these are different skill set anyways. But now what companies are realizing, the isolation of the departments or the different technology is getting vanished. Everything is coming under a same bay. So same bay, I mean to say, you have developer setting in the same bay, and you have system admin setting in the same bay. You have DevOps person setting in the same bay, because regardless, even if you're working for a different department, as a company, as a group, you're working together as a whole. Okay. uh, because when we start career in IT as a technician, as a engineer, we isolate ourselves, our identity, our skill set with our how we are different with the other engineer. Okay, that's how we differentiate. The moment you start growing, you will find out, anyways, you as a whole, as a group, are working for a single purpose: to serve a client, to serve a service, or to serve a product or create a product or develop a product. Okay, for an example, you're trying to develop a new website. Okay, uh, and and it's a big requirement. The configuration that is required to build this website is humongous. It won't require regular development skills. It will require somebody from the infrastructure or the cloud team who can basically uh, do the prerequisites. What sort of server is required, what sort of memory it will require, what sort of CPU, what sort of storage, what sort of databases it will require. Accordingly, what sort of budget it would cost us. Okay. So in that case, you will need an infrastructure engineer as well. You as a developer will send that request to, you will consult that infrastructure guy. Hey, I want to build, this website. It should work like this. It will have this and this. How much resources I will require. Okay. That person will provide you the detail. Okay. This is the resources. And then you will have the management layer who will approve the budget, because it will cost something. Either you're buying the hardware if it's coming in-house, or it is over the cloud. Regardless, if you're hosting it in-house, it's cost on the company. Even if you're hosting on cloud, it's cost to company. Either ways, you're going to get billed. Okay. So that gets approved from the management line. Now the infrastructure guy will create the servers, and now the cybersecurity guy will validate if it has it has met all the parameters. If the pre-checks are done, whether it has the EDR, endpoint detection response system, is there, or XDR is there installed on the server. Once it is validated, it is secure, it would be provided to the development team. Now, development team will develop the application, and it will have a back and forth. Hey, we are not able to access this. We need to get the access from this thing, and you will request to the security team. Security team will approve it. Likewise, so will you be able to explain course like cybersecurity, SOC, ethical hacking, etc. in the future? So, Dark Knight Gamer would like to ask, like, what are you doing currently in terms of whether you're still studying or you're working already, or what's your current status? Would like to know. Accordingly, I can suggest you how you can proceed. Okay, I'm giving you time to type. By the way, how many people we have live? I don't even know how to see it. It's the first time that I'm being live. Even the analytics doesn't have anything. Engagement, or it's bare minimum. Anyways, so would you be able to explain me the cyber? Okay, still haven't replied. Will there be okay? Will there be an opportunity to recruit us for AWS in cloud architecture? Can you do that? Will there be opportunity to recruit us? Not in my current organization, we don't have any opening anymore. So, anyways, like overall in IT, the hiring is tight. Reload the browser, sir, maybe may can work. Yeah, the thing with this session is it's not the session, it's not the browser, it's actually I'm not live from the browser, I'm live from the OBS, and I don't know how to go live from the browser directly, but let me just give it a try. I reload the browser, maybe it can work. Well, there is I can validate that there might be some sort of lag um, due to the internet thing. But let me answer your query, okay? Will there be an opportunity to recruit us for AWS and cloud architecture? Can you do that? I can't do that at the moment, but I can assure you that if you will learn this cloud architect role, okay, you will definitely have a high weightage in your resume. So AWS, it's going to be a high in demand scale, okay, and it's the cloud which is getting used the most. Along with that, just make sure that you learn Linux as well as a basic, because whatever you do with the cloud, regardless of AWS or regardless of Azure, in specific to AWS, if I'll say, everything or the most of the things will happen through a terminal window. So either you'll be using a Terraform, a tool called Terraform, which is basically how you manage AWS resources, regardless of storage, EC2 or whatever. You can manage it through a terminal. So that's how you manage when you have a vast or a large infrastructure in enterprise or even small and mid companies. Everything is automated through Terraform or some sort of automation. People are refraining to do GUI when you do that, and gradually you will learn. So I understand once you start, we just start looking at the first floor, okay? But in order to reach to the first floor, we need to we need to step on the first stair, okay? So you need to go step by step. Look at your goal, okay? Whatever your goal is, you want to become a cloud engineer, and learn every day, okay? Take every step a day, and you will find opportunities within the when you start climbing the ladders, you will find your opportunity, okay? So start learning cloud, that's fine, on a beginner level. And your question related to the cybersecurity, SOC, ethical, etc., and this and that, that's a good thing to learn. Again, start with the basic. So if you really want to, make your career on the SOC end, so I can share my screen. Wait a minute. I'll share you two, three, what do you say? I can give you two, three prospect. But again, thanks a lot. The guidance. Can you give tips on about resume building? 12 steps to tackle ATS. An example resume for reference. Okay, this ATS, the AI that tracks the uh, you know validates your resume whether you're fit enough or not. Okay, so the only way to tackle ATS is to get your resume written by another AI. That's it, brother. Straight up, it's the AI system which is trying to validate your resume, which is relevant to a job profile or not. Create a resume with the AI. Simple solution. Okay, people have made it complicated. Hey, people are selling it as a service. Hey, we will develop your resume. We'll help you out to develop a resume, and by which ATS will pick your resume as a you know as like whatever. This is the best possible resume. If the AI is reviewing that resume, okay, let the AI write your resume as well. Okay, just add all the components whatever you have in a AI, and it can write it for you. Whatever the high value terms that'll make your resume eligible for that role. Okay, let the AI write for your resume, and you just cross check, like AI hasn't written anything extra which you don't know. Okay, which is relevant for the job profile, which is relevant with your skill set and experience. Okay, and AI is written that way. That's it. That's the way to tackle ATS. And also you're at the requester end. Okay, let me just give you insight of these applications, the job applications when you apply. So whenever you apply on any other job, if you will go if you'll go to Naukri and that specific job, it will tell you how many times it has been applied already. Okay, now if a job if whenever anybody posts a job these days, the job has been posted for a day, and that same job role can receive hundreds of resume. So regardless, even if it's like in the ATS is reading the resumes, regardless, even if the ATS accept all these resumes, all 100 written by the AI, all 100 has been selected, shortlisted. At the end of the day, these all 100 resumes will come to a human, a HR. Now, as an HR, if I'm a HR, I can't read these 100 resumes. I can't read these 1,000 resumes. At the end of the day, it's going to be a human who will be picking up these resumes and reading it up whether the ATS has made the right decision or not. Okay? So, whether the ATS has made the right decision or not. At the end of the day, it's still the human. So ATS is just that, a hype word that it has automated to, filter out some sort of resumes which does not look professional, which is not written in a certain way, which are not, whatever. Okay, just a format. ATS is just reviewing the format. It is just reviewing the format. It could be a guy is like, pro in something, but he's not interested to write lot of crap. He just know shit. He just know everything, and he doesn't care about how my resume looks beautiful or not. He just say, hire me if you want to. If you don't want to hire me, I have enough work. I know these kind of people as well who do not have any certification. I know they did the certification initially when they did the academics, when they started the career. The moment you move beyond, like 10, 15 years of experience, and if you're still technically skilled, so what happens usually, people who are 10, 15 years with the experience, they start to deplete their technical skill sets. They don't try to learn new thing, but there are people who are hungry to learn tech, and those are the people who never go out of work. They have like 2 3 jobs at the same time working from home. So it really depends, like now this ATS thing. So don't get yourself confused with the ATS is making decision for you. It's not. It's the volume of requests coming in a funnel in for a single job. And even if the ATS will select, whatever resume, your resume is in that ATS list, selected list, at the end of the day, it's going to be a HR who has human ability to select two people out of 200 resumes. So eventually, what will happen? 198 resumes will get rejected right away. So do not, uh, do not, demean yourself if you do not get selected for a certain job. It's not you, it's the market. That demand has supply has completely shifted. The kind of requirement is this is the requirement, and this is the applications. This applications will go through this much of the requirement. So, anyways, the success rate is going to be just 2% because 2% were the company only wanted to hire two people. Okay, but the application came across 1,000. And regardless, when people say like it's the ATS, ATS has nothing to do with it. Okay, so it's just that another filtering system. Other than that, it's nothing more than that. So and also like yeah, so in practical, AI is doing something, but if you will let the AI run the companies right now, will break everything, to be honest. To be honest. So it's going to, I mean, human will be still required, but on the proficient level, not on the beginner and L2 level, it's not required just because AI is capable enough to do these L1 level tasks. But at the proficiency level, there has to be someone who can question AI or probably, um, you know, revert the decision what AI has made. Anyways, related to the cyber security, now you have multiple, what do you say, options. Let me know if you see the screen. Well, let me share the screen and let me know if you're able to see the screen. And I'll show you multiple options that you have to how what path you can choose to become a cybersecurity expert. So in the market, there are multiple tools. So the moment you get into the field, you probably may have done any cybersecurity certification. The top, yes, it is visible. Okay, so the top vendors considered like Google. So there is a Google cybersecurity certificate. Now Google is a great company. Okay, and it has its own certificate, it has its own infrastructure. Google has its own cloud, and they are selling their own cybersecurity skill. Okay, that's one thing. Now, same as with the Microsoft. So, Microsoft certified cybersecurity architect expert. Okay, you have Microsoft certification for the cybersecurity as well that will help you to support a Azure-based environment. Okay, so Microsoft had its own cloud that's called Azure, and likewise, Google has its own cloud that's called GCP. Likewise, there are other vendors. Okay, likewise, there is a security certification for AWS as well. Security AWS app certification. Let me show you that certification courses. So, well, it's not opening. Yep. So AWS certified security specialist. You see? So since you want to, you're interested to learn, uh, yeah, Cisco is as well free stuff. Well, Cisco, okay, probably the course is free, but the cost of the certification will be still there. Okay, so so since you said like, you want, get into the AWS, you have different directions where you can go. So AWS certified security specialist is one of them. So three major cloud providers: Google, GCP, Azure, Microsoft, AWS provides their own SOC certifications, own security certifications, cybersecurity certifications. Okay, and apart from this, there are n number of security tools that has their own certifications and their own learning material. Now you may get confused, like where should I go? It's you will get confused. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff, a lot of options. Consider it like you're buying a phone. So I provided you like three cloud top vendors. Okay, these are not small names, and there are a lot of certifications. So at the end of the day, regardless of the platform, regardless of the brand type, the concept of the technology remains the same. For an example, cloud. I'll give you layman's example of cloud. What is cloud? What is GCP cloud? What is AWS cloud? What is Azure cloud? At the end of the day, it's the data center sitting somewhere, and you're accessing this hardware from somewhere and using it as a hardware on a browser. That's what cloud is, straight up. Okay. Likewise, cybersecurity concept or the tools remains the same. So just to give you, an overview. So regardless, study any of the cybersecurity for all three platforms or any other tools. So the one of the major tool or very basic tool that gets installed in all the workstation is EDR. EDR. Okay, so that's endpoint detection and response. This is very basic. So if you're a company, this will be installed on all the machines. Basically, it's like modern day antivirus, straight up. Okay, and it has a monitoring portal as well, where you can log in and you can see all the devices and added in a single portal. It will somewhat look like this. Let me open the images. EDR dashboard. Just to give you an example, okay, like this, okay, it will show you something like this. It's for the Qualys. It's one of the different vendor. So we'll have, like, list of the computers and who has what vulnerability and whatnot. If somebody's missing patching, if somebody has some sort of threat, it will actually show you here. So this is what the EDR is, endpoint detection and response. And then you have XDR. So that's again more or less the same thing, okay? More or less the same thing than as EDR, but it is what it do. It's just like, execute some commands. Let's say it detected a ransomware, it detected something, and what it will do, it will detach that machine from the network. It will disable the network card itself. It will do some sort of uh, yeah, endpoint security report. Wait a minute, what is it? How to explain in the right way. So basically, it's just like EDR, but it can execute some commands or pre-told templates. MDR as well, managed detection and response. More or less the same thing than EDR, just like the advanced version. So regardless whether you are using any tool, EDR, XDR, MDR, and ransomware detection. So ransomware is the main villain in cybersecurity world. Detection tools, okay, all right. So these are many tools, like, once you type ransomware detection tools, you have Microsoft's proprietary Microsoft Defender and Avast and whatnot. So you can pick and choose any of the vendor. So once you get into IT, probably the certification you did, you might be working on some different technology, but the concept remains the same. So just like, I explained for the cloud, like, it's the data center and accessing it through the browser. Likewise, in the cybersecurity as well, the concept remains the same. EDR, XDR, MDR, those gets installed on the servers and workstations, and likewise there is a network security as well. Okay, so network security is the major aspect of um, any other company security. Okay, so network security is a serious thing, and if you are trying to build a skill as a consultant, if you know networking along with the SOC, that adds up a good value, instead of just somebody who's logging into a tool and trying to troubleshoot. So if you're trying to learn cybersecurity, ethical hacking, network basics, must. Okay, just like for the cloud, you need to learn Linux as on the basic level, not on the pro level, but on the basic level. You should have basic knowledge of Linux in cloud if you want to go into cloud, because um, You can only work at the beginner level in the graphical user environment. After that, you should, start working from terminal. Likewise, in the security field, initially, in the initial years, you'd be doing this endpoint detection, monitoring, SOC. But going forward, once you get to the architect level, somebody will ask you to basically design a security plan for a company. And that time you need to know networking, what are the basics, ports, requirements, and this and that. That gets granular. So, so yeah. So basically, you would need to learn networking, but start with the first steps. Okay, you have target of first floor or second floor, whatever floor. Start with one stair a day. That's it. One stair a day, one stair a day, one stair a day. It's boring effort, and it will be a um non what do you say, you won't be able to track your progress until you reach 6 months of discipline of each day learning 1 hour of technology. So it will be a boring process, but it has to be recurring process. Every day you learn something, every day 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, one step, one step, one step, one step, one step. And by 6 months you might be frustrated, yeah, I'm learning every day, but there is nothing which is adding up any value, or I'm not able to um, or I'm not able to basically uh, get a job offer or whatever. But gradually you will basically gradually you will realize that you've got good skills, and you can um, monetize those skills by clearing some interview, or probably displaying your skills, or delivering courses, education and whatnot. So yeah, so there is a lot of opportunity these days in terms of in the public space, but there is very less opportunity in terms of hiring, in terms of job, in terms of market recession is real in IT. That's that. However, what I think with the current scenario, that that companies are trying to find out the space, what is going to be the next skill which is required, uh, that people they need to hire. Okay, so that's the reason they're trying to release as much as people, but still human would be required in IT. It isn't over. It's just going to revolve somewhere around AI tools, different platforms. And at the end of the day, it's going to be the humans who know how to use these new tools. That's it. So that's what it's going to be. So if you're asking me, you want to become a cybersecurity expert, you want to become a cloud administrator and whatnot, start learning skill. So start learning skills. And as you are climbing the stairs, you will find opportunity which was different when you started. So just start, and you will find some other opportunity might be. So if I'll tell you my story of, like, when I was trying to get into IT, that's like, completely wild, but it didn't went according to plan. It just, like, happened. So it will happen. Something will happen for you as well, but if you'll keep on climbing that ladder. So that's that. How many people are in this? Oh, I think so. I have one or two people at least listening to me. 5 views so far. Okay, so this is the growth. So I created this channel, but I don't, use it much. Proportion of total traffic. Oh. Only one, and that's me. Okay, were you the subscriber already, or you came across this channel randomly? What happened? Cool, man, cool. So what do you do? You studying or what? Oh, any tips for cracking job overseas? Tough question. In what field you want you want to crack a job? And overseas, which country you're applying for? That depends. And anyways, the market is open and it's very niche. So that's very rare that happens like in a job market in overseas and that too in IT. So in Europe, there are some opportunities. As far as I know, and I don't have knowledge about the current status of US and Canada, what's happening over there. But DevSecOps UK, I don't know, buddy. I don't know. So that's completely going to be your own adventure, own research. I can just give you insight about the things that I know on the tech side, but geopolitics, job requirement, and this and that, that's completely, luck these days. And on top of that, you're trying to learn stuff and get placed in a very good package. Give it a try, man. That's all the best. All the best. Always, always try to, yeah. So try to settle at the best. Uh, yeah. So if you're financially good, you can keep up to yourself without a job. Then don't just join anything. Just join what do you want. Then you have the leverage, you have the luxury to choose when to work and when not to work and where to work. So if that's the situation with you, choose the best one out. So yeah, I don't judge people like, some people, join at the less package that completely depends upon their current state in life. So at the end of the day, it's the money that we are learning any skill for or we're doing anything. It revolves around the money. And even if you want to learn the technology, the end goal is to make money. So uh why not to bid for the highest bidder? Okay, so back to camera only. Okay, bhai. I think so. It was a good chat. Like, thank you for being, on this live. I just had like, 5 views so far. People might have, just joined and, left. But thank you for staying around. And it's going to be like, yeah, so I'll impressions 167. Click through rate is just so you live in Canada. I don't live in Canada, bro. I live in India. So I live in India, bro. So I do live in India. I haven't been to Canada. Thanks for you the guidance, right? I mean, what's your age, by the way? Ah, no. with us. 30. Okay. So, I mean, are you planning to move along with the family or still single? Because the thing is, the moment you get, you know, uh, you get married and you have kids, then it's more hard to take that decision. So at the end of the day, our choices comes along with the family. Single, then it's fine, man. Just go ahead. You're the king. Wish I had, wish I've been single as well. So, anyways, just move on. Go ahead and go to Canada. Anyways, it's cool country. Cool country. I'm gonna say the weather is good. Where are you based out? Are you based out in India or where? Which state or what country you're in? Are you from UP? No, bro. I'm from Punjab, Himachal and Punjab side. Andhra Pradesh. Cool. Nice. Nice. It must be hot there, right? Really hot. What's the temperature in Andhra Pradesh? Andhra Pradesh temperature 27 degrees. More or less the same, in Chandigarh. So I'm in Chandigarh. So that's the same. But it's more humid over there. It's very humid. Okay. That's the difference. Over here, it's cool. Yeah, we don't have any humidity. So it's just cool weather compared to your place or less sweaty. That's uh, that's it, I believe. Impressions 231. Only one viewer. You're the one, man. You're sticking around. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's the engagement I have. In 1.2 hours, average view duration is 40 minutes or so. So let me show you the stats as well. So this is how it looks like. So this is the reach. Only 5 views. YouTube suggested for 231 people and only one impression. Yep. So that's been my first live ever. All right. Average duration, this and that. So you can subscribe to my channel, man, and I'll start posting some of the content. I was posting these content, so basically videos, learning videos. When I'm aware of that, sir. Okay, cool. Okay, so I did posted some of the videos, a year back or so. The last video, which is showing here, was 239 days, almost a year back. Then I stopped, posting videos and I will start doing it once again. So I want to grow this channel and yeah, I would request you, sir, to subscribe this. Keep doing that, sir. I'll reach on top. You'll reach on top. I'll be watching it. Cool. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the kind words. And I'm going to call it off. Subscribe. Great success. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I'm going to call it off 9. So it's time to say bye. I would wait for you to type bye because I know there is some sort of latency. And whenever you go live, I just searched it. Whenever you go live, there is a bit of latency when you go live, regardless of the internet connection or whatever. So I don't know what it is. It might be like whatever the buffer time, whatever it is. But the connection has been stable. What is my internet speed, by the way? Let me just check. Speed test. Let me show you. Last question. Please go ahead. Let me show you the speed as well. Look at my speed. Okay, so the speed isn't bad. It's just the thing is, speed isn't bad. It's just the thing is, it's the YouTube thing or the live thing, I believe. I'm also finding it for the first time. For better package. So I won't discuss about my current package, but I can definitely teach you how to negotiate with HR for a better package. That's what I can do for you. Okay. So in the negotiation skills, first of all, okay, right now, okay, so I'll just give you a timeline when there were a lot of job offers, 100 Mbps still latency. Oh my God. Yes, that's the YouTube thing. So that is an my internet is slow or your internet is slow. It's just that the lag in between live, I believe. So that's how it is. I don't know, but or there is some lag in YouTube. So it's the timeline. So if you talk to me like how to negotiate the package 2 years back, I could have given you a lot of tips because at that point in time there were a lot of offers and less people to work, and people were negotiating left, right, center. People were hopping jobs. People were taking one offer and still giving the interview and taking another offer. Okay, and the higher offer on the offer that they have already got. So this is how you basically elevate your current package or the given package by a new HR. If you still start looking for other interviews and you code the new job offer to the next company, give a range that's a not a current figure. No, 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 I won't give that. So never tell your package straight up answer. Never tell your package. That's the secret, because the moment you tell them, you start you start to stay the way you are. So and never to share the package. Okay, it might be somebody is listening to you. So it's the thing. Uh, so it's the thing. So whenever the yeah, I'll give you the negotiation skill. So it is the thing. Whenever a company HR asks you, what are your expectation, try to put it on the HR itself. Try to put it on the HR itself. You tell me what is your lost? What is your loss? Just keep on saying that, because the moment you say first, let's say HR said, we can just provide you, we can just provide you. HR said, what is your expectation? You're getting already 10, okay? And HR was ready to give you 20, 18 lakh, okay? And you said, okay, I'm looking for 15. Now HR knows I can renegotiate with him less than 15. She'll, or he or she, the HR, will bring you down to 14 and a half or 14. Whereas if you would let the HR say what they had in their mind as maximum, you could have got more. So if a company have whatever budget, ask the company, hey, what is your budget for this profile? what is the budget for this profile? Okay, no, you tell me. You tell me. Try to put it on the HR. Okay, and if they quote less, correct them. Hey, no, I'm expecting this, and try to make it vague. Try to make it bit vague, but not that vague. Okay, try to make it vague in a way that they're saying 15. You say like, I was expecting 18. Hey, I was expecting 18. What happened? Okay, over here. And what they will do, then they will try to bring you down to 16 and a half or 16, something like this. And they will say like, oh, I'll go back and check with my management and try to figure out the best way possible. So let them say what they have there in their mind. Don't say it yourself, because the moment you tell your expectation, probably the other person who's talking to you, they had more a bigger figure they were ready to give in their mind. But the moment you opened your thoughts, that um, their figure has changed to a lower figure. So let the HR say like what they have to say. Don't just try to explain the situation. Ask them, hey, what is your last? Okay, ask them like what they can give. And also one more thing, it is for the people who have package less than let's say 12 15 lakh. And if HR says like we will increase or less than 10 lakh, the people who have the package of less than 10 lakh, and if HR say, hey, we are going to increase 5% of your salary, so, or 10% of your salary. So the whenever you have a lower package, do not tell them your expectation in percentage. Tell the expectation in a number, in a correct number, because 10% of 10 lakh is 1 lakh, and that is nothing in 12 months. So that's just like 8,000 rupees. Okay, so whenever you have a lower package, to negotiate better, it's always with the figure, hey, I'm expecting 18. So you get like whatever lower version of like 18, probably 16 or 17. But never fight for a percentage. When you have a lower package, fight for a number rather than uh percentage. If you have 20 lakhs and plus, 15 lakhs and plus, then percentage somewhat makes sense, but not when you are at the lower package. Then do not negotiate on percentage, then negotiate on a figure. Yeah. So that's that. And also, like, if you have package more than 30 lakhs, then you're paying 30% of the income tax. Okay. In that case, whenever you're looking for a hike, whenever you're looking for a newer role, a newer package, then do not fall in 30% trap. Or they'll say, like, the companies, the industry standard is like, 30% of the hike. But 30% of the hike, that amount will majority of the amount will go in the taxes. So always quote, if you are above 30%, 30 lakh, then quote 50% of your entire package. That way you will end up saving something for yourself apart from taxes. So that's the scenario. So that's the scenario. Depending on where you're sitting right now, what's your experience, what is your current package, and depending on how much taxes you're paying, and depending on what is the percentage effect in your current package, if the percentage effect is bare minimum, or it's not going to finch anything on your salary, then don't fight for a percentage, then fight for a number, a figure. And if the taxes are very high, then don't go by the industry standards 30%. That won't give you any benefit. Then go for more than what it is. Otherwise, there's no need to, switch, or no need to change. Stay where you are until you find a better opportunity, which is which is like, which is like um, hard to deny. So yeah. That's that. That's all I have to say about it. Time to leave, brother. I have to call it a night. Likewise, brother. All the best for your career and future aspiration. Cool. Good night. Bye. Bye.